What is up, everybody? Rod J back in the house. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video, and this one's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to share with you another beer, but it's going to be a non-alcoholic beer. So this is actually from Lagunitas Brewing, of course, out of Petaluma, California, and now Chicago, Illinois. It's going to be a look at their IPNA. So this comes in with less than 0.5% ABV, and it's one that I decided to actually check out. I'm going to do some more non-alcoholic brews on here as well, because I feel like there's some opportunities out in that marketplace, and some people want to maybe enjoy something a little bit lighter. Obviously, they don't want to go maybe a full beer, but they want to have that flavor of something. So figure, why not go ahead and start doing some of these? So on Tuesday nights, every other Tuesday over on Twitter, we actually have Brews Day, where I team up with some other great guys and we have guests on there. This past week we had Erica Duso of Beer Squirrel Brewing Company, and all they do is non-alcoholic beer. And I thought, why not go to share some more of what's happening out there? So I haven't had any from their spot, what they're doing, but I did have this one here from Lagunitas, and I said, well, let's go ahead and take a taste and share it with you guys and let you know what I think. So that being said, let's go ahead and get this baby cracked open. And if you are someone that's into some of the non-alcoholic beers, feel free to let me know by leaving a comment. And if there's certain ones you may enjoy, let me know. Now, these are different nowadays than the old St. Pauli and O'Doul's type things we were used to back in the day. They've gotten pretty involved with some of the craft beer breweries. But, you know, you take a look at this one here, it has that look of like an amber type beer. It's a little more golden darkened than I would expect for an IPA, but you know, it is what it is. It has a white head that's actually dissipating rather quickly. It came out being about a finger and a half. It's already down to about a half finger now, so that's already falling apart. Nose wise, you do get a feel of the hops. You do get a certain level of, I wouldn't say more of a musty than dank type feel. You have that in play. You're definitely getting kind of a resiny type quality on the nose, but it kind of punches you. It's pretty strong coming out, so very aromatic. But this reminds me just a little bit more on the nose with that musty coming out. Probably a little bit more, if I were kind of maybe in the gym or something, than when I'm usually want to get off of this type of beer. Kind of that sweat type feel, but it is what it is. I don't know, maybe the less alcohol has that effect there too. Taste wise, it has a little bit of a, I'm gonna say a little bit of an artificial type feel that comes through. It's not bad. You do get a little bit of a graininess type feel from like a malt type side of things. Almost has a little bit of a seltzer-like quality to it as well in the body. The body is not really thin, which is a good thing. It actually has like kind of a body very similar to what you would expect to get with like an IPA. You have a lot of carbonation. I'm getting easy dancing on the tongue with the prickling from the carbonation in play. You do get it around the mouth a little bit as well, as far as a mouth feel, a little bit of a mouth coating. It's interesting. It's more astringent than I would expect it to actually be for this type of style. You know, you do have bitterness when you're talking about your classic type IPA type styles, which is they kind of went here. You think about the Lagunitas IPA and this kind of being the version without the alcohol. So you would expect to have some bitterness there in a similar type fashion, but it's definitely different. Not hating it, but it's something that I'd have to probably warm up to a little bit more. Now, if I was at work and I was like at lunch and I wanted to grab a burger or something like that, everything, but I had a taste for a beer as well. I guess you could substitute this into that to have that go with it, or maybe some pizza or something like that, or if you're a designated driver. There's ways you can work in the non-alcoholic beers, so you do have that opportunity with them, but it's very interesting. It does have a little bit, I would say, of that skunky type quality to it as well. A very interesting type feel. So I want to get into more of the ones that are done by some of the other ones like Untitled Art and a few other places where they're getting more into kind of the sour type areas with some of the non-alcoholic, maybe some of the stout type areas. I feel like you might get a little bit more out of that type of style than maybe like with an IPA. Maybe you have a little bit more of a chocolatey type feel or coffee type feel with the stout, or maybe that kind of that sour coming through with some of the sour stuff Untitled Art's doing. It might be more in play, like if you're having a seltzer type thing. So right now, not hating it. It's okay as far as something as an alternative. Again, if you've had it, let me know what you thought of it by leaving a comment there. But Lagunitas IPA, non-alcoholic, and I would say it's definitely better than what we used to have back in the 80s with the O'Doul's and the St. Pauli, which I guess you still make O'Doul's. I don't know if they still make the St. Pauli non-alcoholic. I know they make the regular beer, but yeah, it's got a little bit better of that on the palate going for it. Thanks for checking out this video. Look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time to get your beer on. Drink beer, or maybe non-alcoholic beer. Live happily. Cheers.